The crowd here is beautiful, man. You know, and the space is beautiful. And that sort of thing is something that you always appreciate. As many times as I play out, as many places I play, as many different places in the world I play, if there's anything that I know, it's the crowd makes the party, you know? System helps make the crowd, but the crowd makes the party. And Djoon is a party. That's rare, but as a DJ, what you have to be careful of is that if you're not paying attention to how you're playing and taking care of how you're playing what you're playing, knowing the reference points and knowing that part of about the culture, that you can play all over the place, but there has to be coherency, you know. That you could easily go in there and say, okay, they know house, I'm just gonna play house, and then you'll have a great night. In theory. Go other places and you see the Sambo imagery and you see the way that America has pushed our image before we even got a chance to get there. What you have to fight against, like people being surprised that I have a degree, or people surprised or then on the other hand too, surprised that I punch them in the face for flashing me in the camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the dichotomy, and I feel honored as an ambassador for American art, and that's contemporary American art and what's come before, in terms of what I've collected and the people that made music before me. I'm a lucky person, and people going out to play music like myself will consider themselves. I know I consider myself lucky, very lucky. Usually when I get back home, I get a couple days. And if I get a couple days, if I'm not just totally tired, sleepy, you know, knocked out, or sometimes I don't even want to look at a record or hear a song. Other times I come back in and I'm like totally like, wow, that song really worked. I'm gonna do this track, or you just get a feeling to make a new song, or I will have played something that I was working on and tested it out when I played it. And then when I get home, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna turn that down. Yeah, that did, because that worked on that system. Because every sound system has a different translation of your work. If you know, talking creatively. Now, it's different with playing records. Playing records is more like refinement. So like I pick out records and I play somewhere, and if some things work, then I think about the succession of what I did to make it go. But I can't think too much about it, because that moment was that moment. And that moment will never happen again. So if I try to capture that perfect set or those perfect moments and try to bring them somewhere else, it never works out the way it's supposed to. So the idea is just to find creative outlets, or I don't know, if you think of like a set as a highway, and each record that changes the mood as an off-ramp to another highway. So MPCs, VS2480, Juno 106, keyboards, plugging in wires and things like that. I haven't totally, not even totally, I still I still don't see the complete switch over. I don't see it as that. I see using Logic more as like a hard disk recorder. That's the best way for me to use it. But everybody uses it differently. And you know, I think with production, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Like me, home to me is MPC and keyboard. Like those two elements, they really, that's what fits for me right now. And that's where that's the current location of my journey, is like trying to figure out how to get good songwriting, good complementary sounds, and, you know, get those sort of things sorted, learned together. Two days ago, I went to the pressing plant in Detroit and picked up a white label that was some test press from something that's coming out of mine. Sound signature number 49. It's called Call the Ambulance, Dance of the Medusa, and Bubbles. And I'm thinking I'll be able to get to all of those tonight in the set. So this be the first time going out and actually playing the new white label on the sound system.